Today, we're gonna be loading and stacking around 6,000 bulbs of garlic. This is one load right here. Just pulled out of the ground. We stuck it on the wagon. It looks dirty, but as soon as you take your hand to it and shuck that outer layer off, it comes nice and clean. Before we head out into the garlic though, I want to come over here and check out our sweet corn field. We haven't harvested any of our own sweet corn yet, but it's just so close that it's only a day or two off. This corn has got to be so close. It feels ready, but I guess it's not. Wow. It's going to be ready for the first day of market. Look at that color. It's just not quite ready, but it's about as close as it can get before being actually ready. That's awesome. Really, really good. Sweet corn is hands down one of our best sellers at any of our markets. And so to have that for the first day of Scranton Market is pretty huge. You can see the piles we have going up through the field here. And on this side. So this is the last of the garlic for the season. We piled it up extremely high. But you can just see how much there is. All the garlic now for the 2024 season is out of the ground and in the barn. I don't think we planted any more than what we normally do, but this section here we filled in the last time we harvested, which was a couple days ago, along with over here. Today we put this table in, filled this, and then this is usually it. That's all we usually do. Maybe we have one more table squeezed in here somewhere. But now look at this. We ended up filling five more racks and another table. Don't really know how we have so much more. Or maybe it's not more. Maybe it's just stacked differently. I don't really know. But tons and tons of garlic. And now it's out of the ground. It's nice and white. It's gonna dry properly, and it is a very good size, meaning that it's not a bunch of little tiny ones like we had in previous years. It's just like mediums to larges. I mean, that's huge. For those of you who are not familiar with our barn, this is where we store all of our hay up here. Now we haven't really baled much hay lately because we haven't needed it. The last time we baled was when we did round bales, and so they're wrapped out by our pasture. But we have this hay mow right here. Over here is our straw mow, which again is very low. And then up top here, once this gets full all the way up to this beam, or actually we'll normally go to the peak of the barn. Then we'll come over here into our other hay mow. This is straw again. But then over here, we fill this all the way up to the peak as well. But again, this is pretty far down. And then you circle around here. Back here, this used to be filled with hay. I've never actually seen it, but now we use it as our garlic storage. And so yeah, that's just a little tour of our barn. I just drove the tractor over here to the greenhouse where we have all of our late season cabbage plants. This is like cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, kale, kohlrabi, all that kind of stuff. We have these two wagons. Sammy is in the greenhouse right now, just on the edge because it's too hot to actually be like deep inside. She's watering down the soil because we haven't used it in a while and it has no moisture in it. And what we're gonna be doing is doing a little test of our seeds. We have a mini fridge, which now it is open. And it's basically brand new. We put it in here at the beginning of the season. And what happened was, I think when it got too hot or when we had a bad lightning storm, the power got shut down. I don't know if it fried the whole refrigerator or what happened, but anyway, it shut down. And our seeds that were in there to keep them cool, because you want to keep them between like 50 and 60 degrees. Now we're at 120 degrees because it was 150 in the greenhouse. And so we're doing a little test to see if they're going to even germinate, because if not, we need to quick order more, because we have pickles and more sunflowers that need to go in the ground within the next couple weeks here. And if the seeds are bad and we go to plant them, well, then that's going to put us way behind. The last thing I wanted to do before heading out to the Blues Fest to roast sweet corn for the last day is fertilize my dill. Planted this a while ago. You'd have to go back probably 6 or 7 videos at least to see me planting this. It's coming up half decent, but I'm just gonna give it a little boost with this fertilizer water. The reason you see some of those skips, I want to assume, is because I planted it too deep, but I don't know for certain. We just got here. We're starting to get set up at the Blues Fest. We put everything in the truck overnight just so nobody steals it or touches it. Filling up the pan with water because we're just about to light the fire to get started for the day. Sammy's up there filling corn right now for the farm market. So Sammy just got the corn filled. My gloves.
Did you bring them?
And so back. I didn't do it last year. This is the first year you did it. Really? Yeah, because usually I just grab this year every time I grab it.
Oh, okay.
Did you go burn or what?
I don't know. I think so.
Which we'll try with this one.
Right.
Once my burlap is picked up, I'll start laying my corn out. I'm not going to go real heavy because it's still kind of earlier in the day. And I don't want it getting cold. So then once it's on there, take my burlap back. Kind of just tuck it in. And that'll sit like that for 10 minutes until it's ready to be flipped. Well, I'm working on the corn. Trevor's back here making lunch for everyone. Got some burgers, dogs, and Dad has peppers and onions.
That's gonna smell like $1 million.
I can smell it already.
Sammy separate in plates because they get sticky and stick together. And then we just got a bunch of corn ready to go for the farm market. We're gonna haul this back with my truck.
Maybe they're not ready.
I think this one's done.
You think?
Yeah, just a little bit of blood coming out of
I
it.
see a little red around the edges.
Nah.
Oh, that one's ready.
Is it ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the first burger's ready.
I cry.
And then throw me some peppers and onions on there. Jeez, they're all in my hand. The biggest thing that probably makes me the most nervous is not actually cooking the corn, because I've been doing it for a while and it's not very hard, but it's the waiting for the corn to get cooked while I have a line standing out front. It's like every single second is 5 minutes and you're just waiting and looking at the time. That way you can get the customers their food and make them happy. Once the cooler is filled, or at least has some corn in it, that's when whoever's there, could be my dad, could be Trevor, could be my Graham. In this case, it's my cousin Tim. That person will then shuck the corn, or at least peel it back all the way to the end of the cob, and then Sammy, or whoever is working the cash box at the time, will put it onto a plate, take the money from the customer, and then the customer can decide whether they want to put hot sauce, butter, salt, pepper, anything they want on it. It's their choice. We let that up to them because everybody likes something different. As you can see, now is like prime time. Everybody's hungry. So I load that thing as full as I can possibly get it, which is around 60 to 70 ears if I really fill it and pack it tight.
Larry, her brother. I think it was, but the guy she's with now, like her boyfriend, that's Larry too, you know? Yeah, too many Larrys. Well, what happened to Larry?
Light you over my corn.
It's pretty good. I might.
Oh, you already had it?
Oh yeah.
How many? They need a big roll of paper towels.
Got some napkins here.
I saw that.
Yep, they're down here. Hello.
Where's the pepper?
Do you want hot or do you want not chopped? Hot?
Brown black pepper.
Do you want them chopped or not chopped? Like you would like that or with the green on them?
We have bags.
I hope it's not overcooked. Is that a newer one you're eating there?
Mm-hmm.
It's not overcooked.
It's a baby, so if that ain't overcooked, none of it is. I just got it out for a lady and it was too small.
Tell us, how good is it?
Well, the fire is really going good.
Logan's taken 5.
Yeah.
He's worked so hard all day today in this heat.
Look at the flames coming out of the block. It's cooking.
Just waiting for the corn to get done.
As the final band was going on stage, I flew my drone up just to give you an overview of what the whole festival looks like. On the right, where all the cars are, is just the parking lot for the general public. And then this is the whole Briggs farm. They have two stages, a smaller one and a bigger one. This is the bigger one, which they call the main stage. You can see how all the crowd is gathering, and the band is actually on the stage playing currently. And yes, I know it would have been cooler if I could have put blues music to this, but I was too busy selling corn to get away from my stand to get some video and audio of it. Like I said, this is their farm, so when they're not planning for the Blues Fest or hosting the Blues Fest, they're farming. That big building there is a chicken barn, and they grow a couple hundred acres of field corn. The best part about the entire thing is that these guys aren't only our good friends, but they're also our neighbors. They're only about a mile from our farm and a half mile from our farm market. So we're only a hop, skip, and a jump away. Right here along the pond, as I fly the drone back in, is where we are set up. You can see the truck parked right there.